First of all, George was pretty intimidating. But then I saw his gaming setup and thought, you know what? Distraction is key here. None of us want to be here. And Ballarat's at least 2 hours. I don't think he's going to drive down anytime soon. Gave me some time to think about whether I'm going to toss Ruby away or not. So anyway, but it actually went a bit like this. He's like, oh, Dan, I got to talk to you, which actually was like pretty like, oh gosh, here we go. I know exactly what this is about. And then when I went up there and I thought, he's like, so what do you want to do with Ruby? And I'm like, oh, I want to marry her. I don't think he forgot that. And then we discussed Rainbow Six. Anyway, basically, that's what happened, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. And then, yeah, in terms of keeping ice cream in the freezer, like, you did a pretty good job already. So, like, you don't have to. Yeah. Yeah, in terms of Rejoy being my best friend, I think he's doing a pretty good job at being my only friend. but I found out tonight that I have a lot more friends. So yeah. First of all, before I dive into our story, like me and Ruby and I, here's 10 reasons why you should marry a nurse. First of all, if she's sick, her mom's probably a nurse. So free medical advice anytime. Whether it's a paper cut or a rash, I got Ruby's number or Michelle's number on speed dial. I'm pretty much immune to everything. So everything she catches, I catch. So I'm either always sick or very healthy. There's no in between. They can read your vital signs. I'm always getting my blood pressure done. I don't know why. I don't know. I really don't know. She knows if I'm lying just by touching my pulse. So I try not to lie. She has very practical skills for every situation. She has splints, bandages, catheters. Ruby has everything in her bag. Used ones and new ones. I don't know. She also works crazy hours, which is great because I also work crazy hours. And so, except now she's married to me, so at least her long hours won't be as bad. Nurses are calm under oh wait, let me. No, I'm just kidding. Nurses are calm under pressure. When I lose my key or stub my toe, Ruby's always telling me to stop being dramatic. But it kind of goes both ways. Anyway, they're natural caregivers. So they help with headaches. They remind me to eat, to brush my teeth, to shower, to... I thought I removed that, to be honest. She's always keeping me in line. Honestly, without her, I'll be feral by now. I'm pretty sure she told Rejoy to remind me to shower today. Because Rejoy made a really big deal about that, which is like weird because, a nurse's patience is unmatched. If she can handle grumpy patients, she can definitely handle me, I think. This one's a big one. It's probably the, yes or no type of thing, the whatever you call it. Yeah, endless trivia about medical terms. You should, or you must, at least have a decent knowledge or she'll get upset. Or if it's not that, she'll spend the whole night telling me about how to do a tracheotomy with a butter knife. And so I still don't know how to do it, but at least I know what an epiglottis is. I don't actually know what that is. I Google the medical term because to make it sound funny. And then the number one reason, Ruby has a pretty big heart. Ruby doesn't just care for people, she cares, she has compassion, she has selflessness and a drive that made me fall in love with her. And I know this because she can't leave work on time because she's busy taking care of patients. And so one day she'll leave work on time, but I don't think that's Ruby. So let me tell you a bit about how I ended up with Ruby. It started in Ballarat, a town that holds a lot of significance in my life at the moment. The first time I saw Ruby, she was completely exhausted from work, which of course made no sense to me because I thought I would cheer her up. Anyway, but there she was. Our story began when in a questionable way, I broke every COVID restrictions and drove to Ballarat. I thought it was a great getaway, to be honest. Melbourne sucked at the time. I'm sure you all know, whoever lives in Melbourne. And yeah, I broke a few other laws, but like those were the main ones that I can admit to because they were nullified in court in the last 2 years. But it was worth every risk after all, because after driving to meet a random person I barely knew, it was worth it. So when I arrived, I knocked on the wrong door, and let's just say the woman didn't meet my expectations. So I knocked on the right door, and then I saw Ruby. From the moment we met, she ticked every box. And the best part, she was actually like a real girl, which is a big deal in today's society. If you didn't know, like, she also didn't have pink hair or green, which I thought, like, you know what, that just about settles it. And I thought, yeah. Now, one thing you should know about Ruby, she's incredibly hardworking. I think we both are. But over the past few years, we saved up a lot of money. And with the financial help of our families, we managed to buy a house to live in, which I think is great, to be married and have a place to call home that you own. And so now I want everyone to give Ruby and I a big round of applause. Because unlike you boomers, we didn't trade a donkey for a house. We actually had to work. You know? Anyway, I truly believe that the second best thing a man can give his wife, besides his love for Christ, is a place she can call home. A place where she feels safe and truly at peace. And boy, I really hope that wall we demolished wasn't important. 2 walls, actually. I'll be the first to admit that Ruby is a lot smarter than me, at least on paper. She actually graduated, first of all. That's enough. Clap. Anyway, she graduated, and I'm just a dropout. But Ruby's intelligence is a bit of a double-edged sword. She cares a bit too much, to the point where she's always stressed and she's always thinking. And so, Rejoy's doing my hair, and I'm not worried about the weather because I didn't even know it was raining, to be honest. I just thought, oh well, like, didn't really hit me at the time. And then I realized, people are wearing clothes and they'll get wet. That kind of hit me like a few hours later in the day. Anyway, but see, Ruby has taught me to think about others and not always be so empty-minded all the time. And so, and look, thanks to her, I've learned to care about people and their mental and physical well-being, and that's a blessing for a Romanian. Over the years, Ruby's taught me to think beyond myself, and I'll forever be grateful for that. One thing I didn't say enough is how much I appreciate Ruby's cleverness. She knows about every medical term in the medical Bible, and trust me, she makes it very clear that she knows all these things. I listened to her talk about it all day, all night. I'm surprised it hasn't happened today, but if one of you wants to get sick, she'll give you a brief rundown of what's happening. Anyway, Ruby has filled my life with, first of all, Ruby, you're the best teacher I never asked for. And honestly, she's taught me a lot of things besides construction, and I'm very happy with that. Just don't ask her any advice about construction. You can come to me for that. You have filled my life with laughter, love, and dogs, like a lot of dogs. Sometimes too many. We're always babysitting. We have 2. You show me that a home isn't complete without a wagging tail or 2. Now, I can't imagine life without them, but I definitely can't imagine life without you. You are stunning, smart, compassionate, and far too good for me. I'm endlessly grateful that you chose to share your life with me. I love you more than words can say, and I can't wait to go to Bali with you. I can't wait to spend forever with you. Sorry, I was thinking about something else. So let's raise a glass of honey, non-alcoholic and honey and water. To Ruby, the smartest person, most beautiful, lifetime of laughter, dogs, and a bit less stress for her.
The bride and groom will now be cutting the wedding cake. Can we give them a round of applause while they... Night. We thank you all once again for coming. There will be dessert being served shortly. Thank you all for coming and gracing us with your occasion. Once again, we'll give a round of applause to Bogdan and Ruby and wish them on their married life. This is all of us from the wedding party signing off. Have a good night.
One look at you, my whole life falls in line. I prayed for you.